we go. Right. Well, first of all, I'd just like to welcome everybody. I'm really, really excited to get this group underway because I think that even though quite a few of us, but small numbers, I believe we've really got an opportunity to achieve something really special and significant. And of course, there's always some formalities that we have to cover on these occasions. So if the fire alarm goes off, then please leave the building by the nearest exit. And I am recording the session, so no swearing and no nudity, please. Other than that, you can help yourself to tea, coffee, and hopefully you know where the nearest bathroom facilities are.
It depends on if you're wearing a boxer under the shirts.
Well, yeah. So I guess I better introduce myself. I know one or two of you, and quite a few people I don't know, which is really exciting. My name is Andy Bleach, and I've worked in IT in one shape or form since leaving school sometime during the last century. And much of my focus has been in helping others understand and make the most of technology, including spells as a business trainer, an adult education teacher. And not only that, but my mother, my father, one of my two aunts, one of my two uncles, my wife, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my sister-in-law, my sister are all teachers in one shape or form. So it's kind of like education in my blood. During the last 10 years or so, I've been working for an Agile-based digital agency using Agile frameworks and techniques such as Scrum and Kanban to provide websites and apps for various different clients. And if there's one or two of you who are a little hazy, I mean, I've no idea what the mix is. I suspect there's quite a few Agile practitioners. I know there's one or two people in education, but there is a bit of a mix. So I'm going to try and pitch today a little bit of me talking to go over both sides of the coin, if you like, the teaching side and the Agile side. But if I'm saying something that you know very well, just please bear with me while I go over some basics to get everybody on the same page, as it were. Sometime last year, I read a book by Jeff Sutherland, who is the co-inventor of the Scrum framework. And in the book, he discussed the pioneering work of a chap called Willy Wijnands. Now, Willy is a Dutch science teacher who successfully introduced a variant of Scrum into schools in the Netherlands. And this kind of really made sense to me. I thought it would be fantastic to use it as a catalyst to try and reform education here in the UK. And I was thinking, if only I was the sort of person with the confidence and the charisma to make something like that happen, to be able to single-handedly kind of shape the leaders and the policymakers of the country into action, using the sheer power of my sparking personality, persuade them to radically reinvent the way we educate young people. But I just kind of parked the thought under silly dreams and carried on. I'm a big ideas kind of guy. I love to create stuff, but I spend a lot of time and energy thinking and planning rather than just getting stuck in. But then a month ago, something happened. I had a spark of an idea, which within seconds kind of became a fully blown vision of how education could be changed, at least to some degree, from the grassroots rather than from the top. And I thought, if I could help build a community of progressive thinking teachers and educators willing to give new things a try, we could together make some really, really exciting things happen. And normally at this point, I would start a long process of mentally analysing the idea and churning it over in my head and adding fleshy bits to the vision. But this time I heard a voice in my head saying, why don't you just be agile, just do it, see what happens. So within an hour, I'd created a meetup group, and basically that's where we are. So in a short while, we're going to do a little kind of introduction exercise just to get to know one another. And then I'll pop back and give you a little chat about some of those fleshy bits that yes, I have been thinking about quite a lot since. But I want to spend the bulk of the session exploring what we think we might be able to achieve as a community to try and build a vision that we can then use next time we meet to try and get a list of tasks and activities that we can work on together. And then maybe a combination of, I don't know, getting guests along with experts in particular areas to expertise in particular areas to talk to us, or actually doing things ourselves, going out to different places to meet people. I don't know, but I really like it to be a community-driven effort rather than just me kind of standing up and saying this is what I want to do, which I'm happy to do. But I think it'd be far better, far more powerful if I can get everybody kind of putting in their ideas and driving it. It's going to be far more effective if we do that.